Good morning, everybody. We're all here. Even Dr. Kiltz is here at this bright early hour. It's 3 a.m. for him out in California.
Morning.
And we've got Dr. Nelson here, as per usual.
All right. Good morning, everyone. All right. A great, amazing day in God's paradise. We got Alia, Dr. Nelson. We got Kiltz. We're here at Brother Ray's in Irvine, California. We're getting up on Kiltz Mighty Tribe here. Hang on. 210. What do we got? We got Facebook, YouTube, X, Instagram.
All these wonderful things. I'm working on Instagram right now.
What's that?
I'm working on Instagram, trying to get that all hooked up.
All right, we'll get that going. We got No Carb Barb. We got CB, Don, Libya. Let's see. Well, Larry, Madone, Mudbone. All right, Brian.
Mudbone, yeah.
Luis. Let's see. Karen P, Florida Sunshine. Nice. Got a great cohort. I was talking to Mitch the other day. We're going to get him on pretty soon. And
yay.
Brother. And we're recording. It's a great day. Larry Ryan, good morning, Chicago. We got, what's our next meetup here?
In Boston in like 12 days. And we've got only 32 tickets left. It's on June 28th in Boston at the Westin Copley Place with lunch at Fogo de Chao.
Would you put a link here?
Yep.
On the chat for the
I'll do both.
Meetup 28. Let's get it sold out today.
Yeah.
Awesome. All good. Beautiful day in paradise.
And today we're giving away a hat. Oh, no, a t-shirt. We're giving away a Kiltz Mighty Tribe t-shirt today.
All right.
For hashtag Kiltz in the chat.
Hashtag Kiltz. Awesome. A beautiful day after Father's Day for all the fathers. We're making more fathers at CNY Fertility. It's a blessed day. I got, I don't know, what do you guys read? Anyone reading anything good out there? What are the books you're reading? Concepts and ideas, reading every single day. Every single day. We're here to sort of challenge the universe. Steak and eggs every day, one meal a day, have faith in God, all that stuff. Dr. Nelson, how was your Father's Day?
It was great. We did a couple of things. We went to watch a movie, play mini golf, went to dinner together, and I got a new grill.
Oh, nice. Awesome.
That's like a Father's Day thing.
I had Brother Ray yesterday. We took some walks, went up to the hills, had some beautiful steak. We had a celebration with a little cup of ice cream. It's a beautiful day in God's paradise. You got out in the sunlight. I don't know if I got any color, but it felt like it.
You look like it. You look like
good.
it.
And we got a 5:30 meeting Eastern time today, right?
Yep, and it's with Dante. Is our guest Dante Ferrigno?
All right. Today,
and we have a special 3 p.m. live stream because normally it's not a Monday, but last week we had a StreamYard down and didn't do Thursday, so today Christy Keel from Meeting Wellness at 3 p.m. Eastern time.
Nice. And we got the this Tuesday, tomorrow night, I'm going to be at the Animal premiere in well, it's not the premiere, it's a special premiere for those that are invited. And then the 20th, it's going live on streaming and in theaters near you, the documentary Animal, which I'm proud to have been a part of. We got Healing Humanity coming out sometime this year. We've got Meat, MEAT, Your Maker, another movie working with Stephen Thomas from UK Carnivore on that one. So that's really great. Let's see. We got the Bible every day, and I read Christ-based teachings every day. I'm working to get it reprinted again, republished. Currently, it's out of publishing, and excited for it to get back out there. Let's see. What do we got? I love Don Curtis's book. He's got a really good one. I am poised and centered in the Christ presence, and nothing can disturb the calm serenity of my soul. Every day an information. Paul Clark, Nicole Gillespie. I got that one from Michigan. Where are you from, Paul? Where's Paul Clark from? Don't know that. We got Papa Carnivore saying hi. Hashtag Kiltz, Karen P. All right. And we've got, if you go to drkiltz.com or Kiltz Health, it's really drkiltz.com is our primary spot to go to, and then you can link to everything else. But you can sign up for our carnivore course coming up, and the certification will start. We already sell our carnivore course, and you can also find us on Kiltz Mighty Tribe with all those links. And so that's a really great place. And you're just joining many other people that are learning about carnivore, fasting, and fitness. And, the simple thing is go for a 3-mile walk every day. It's 1 hour. So simple, right? And the more we do that, the better. Chantel Irish is on. Nancy, let's see, Drinenberg from Tampa on vacation. Paul Clark from North Carolina. This is Kiltz Mighty Tribe. And again, for free, everyone's welcome to Kiltz Mighty Tribe. We have a free meetup on Zoom, 5:30 Eastern Time, USA, on Monday. And maybe we can move to another live later in the week, Dr. Nelson. That might be a good addition. Another Zoom meeting would be really nice. The Tuesday, Thursday, those are lives. Is that right?
There'll be additional Zoom meetings that are going to fill up the week at additional levels.
Okay, so, cool. All good.
And I mentioned Christie's on today. The lineup for this week is Carrie Mann on Tuesday and Amy Berger, who I know she has done some work with Dr. Westman. She's a nutritionist. She'll be here on Thursday at 3 p.m. as well.
Yeah, awesome.
But Dante will be today. Dante Ferrigno at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time in the Zoom call.
Dr. Kiltz, we have some questions. Should we start taking those?
Questions, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Dr. Kiltz, are you and Dr. Nelson going to join Mitch at his meetup on Melbourne on July 2nd?
I am planning to be there. It's not 100% because I've got to get out to Montana, but I've got some secret ways to get there, and maybe Dr. Nelson.
I already confirmed with them because you told them to ask me. So on the 2nd, I'll be basically after we finish the live, getting ready to go.
Yeah, I got to figure out exactly where I'm at in this world on that day.
Well, I also told them that you might not even be in Florida that day because you're getting ready. The Montana meetup is 2 days later. You're leaving, but
yes.
But we're just coming from Boston, so.
Yeah, you're just getting back from Boston, actually. Okay, next question. Chuck, I always say your last name wrong. I'm going to try. Sneva, who is the author of Christ-Based Teachings? Please and thank you.
It's Don Curtis, Donald Curtis. He was in the 10 Commandments with Charlton Heston way back when. It's off print right now, but you could get them used, or even some of them have never been written on. Most of them have some a lot of underlying in notes in this book. I'm working on republishing it, getting the rights to it, or at least some partial rights to be able to republish it and get that out there. But Christ-Based Teachings, I get it either on Amazon or Thrift Books, I think it is a website, but you probably get it on other sites. It used to be about $15. Now it's $60. But this is like one of my best books that I recommend highly. It's just packed full of simple concepts and ideas. And I'm a simple guy. We keep before us the realization that life is a school and that we are here to live, to learn, to love, and to grow. We learn that things are achieved not by might, nor by power, but by my spirit. Zechariah 4:6. Through a sense of inner realization of the Christ presence, these Bible teachings become even more real for us. So, just simple stuff, right? But I highly recommend it. I'm working on Christ Carnivore coming out soon. And I keep on saying soon. And it's just like getting our all of our stuff done. It's all of it. Just we're sharing, getting it done together, and that's the beauty of life.
Jazzy Mama in Alaska asked, "What is the gift for today? What is the giveaway for today?" And it is a Kiltz Health T-shirt. So hashtag Kiltz in the chat for a chance to win that T-shirt. Here's the next question, Juliet Marie. Doesn't it even matter if my results meet parameters of lean mass hyperresponder? Google is so confusing me.
Just throw out all of it. All this lean mass hyperresponder is another bullshit. It is trying to find a place for LDL, HDL, VLDL, all that other stuff. They're carrier molecules that are normal and natural in our body. But cholesterol is healthy. Eat fatty meat, bacon, eggs, butter, beef, and salt, and that is it. And again, I'm not a big fan of that lean mass type. Basically, whatever size, shape, age, weight, gender, color, politics, religion you are a gift of God. You are perfectly healthy and well, and all this measurement is not in. I just think it's bunk personally, but because we've been hyper focused on cholesterol, and then there's got to be something there. The cause of disease. What's the cause of disease, Dr. Nelson?
My response is going to be chronic excessive carbohydrate consumption. Carbohydrates being the key word that Dr. Kiltz translates to plants.
High plants, low animal fat is probably the cause of most disease. Our problem is we're consuming a diet made for herbivores and not for carnivores or an omnivore, and we're not a bear. And bears get fat and then they get skinny. They get fat and then they get skinny. And that's our big problem. Let's see. We got a good morning. We got Chantel Irish. We got Agnieszka. Let's see. Podemska Ezimora. Sorry if I didn't get that correct. Nicole Gillespie. We got her. Laura Silvonik. Again, Kiltz Mighty Tribe. And I appreciate everyone being here. Your comments, your questions. Where are you from? Are you carnivore? Are you omnivore? Are you herbivore? Where are you at in this world? Ken, and this is for Dr. Nelson. Is at least keto a good concept, even though you may eat only plants or plants and animals?
It's great. No matter what your baseline eating is, the healthiest in the strictest sense of the word. I don't find it constricting, or I find it easier. I went to dinner with the family. I had a ribeye steak. It's simple.
Very easy.
So no, I mean it is good no matter what pattern of eating you do. It's more difficult for the vegans, although I know some people who try to make it work. Getting a higher fat vegan is so difficult. If you're vegetarian, like Dr. Kiltz say, it's a lot easier adding cheese, heavy whipping cream, sour cream, things like that, coconut oil. Did you see the avocado oil link I sent?
I saw it. I haven't read it yet, but
what was it? What was the gist of it? Maybe you'd share with our listeners, watchers this morning, this afternoon, this evening. Because remember, we have people from all around the globe.
Oh yeah, let me find it.
Please,
I can put it in the chat.
Here can just put a little hashtag or just put in comment where you are in this world. So good and important. Water buffalo cream. It's water buffalo cream. This is from Darlene. Let's see, Brubacher. Let's see. It is a high fat level, but in Canada, farmers can't sell raw dairy cow products or they get shut down. So a farmer switched to raising water buffalo to fill in the gap for raw dairy products for his clients. He used to sell raw dairy products to, it's all grass fed. That's good. But raw, water buffalo, sure. Roxanne Friend from, let's see, Tullahoma, Tennessee. Carrie Klein from Michigan. Chantel Irish from Cape Town, South Africa. Lori Silvanic, Massachusetts. Janelle Hallman, South Carolina. Ann Rippish, Poland in America. Let's see, Faima Isaacs from Cape Town, South Africa. Mark Wilson, Carnivore in Pleasanton, Texas, and living my best life. I love it. We've got Bev Mueller from Ohio, and we had someone new here. Oh, Agnieszka Ezimora from Germany, also living in Germany. Thank you. Richard Hepburn from Australia. When am I supposed to be back out in Australia? In February with Melissa?
I think February 26th with Melissa and
25th, I think 27th, something like that. Yeah. We got to send a message from us, Alia. Would you to Sean Baker, see if we can get to be there with us?
Yeah.
And Alia, Melissa is offering to pay for travel and the lodging. Yeah. Kiltz ice cream to Father's Day. Nice. And we're talking a little bit about allulose. Now, interesting, allulose is made from corn fructose sugar.
No.
And it's broken down from that and enzymes and to make it into allulose, which is.
It is not made from the fructose, so it is made from corn. But it's a natural sugar found. It's a very small amount. It has is the same structure as fructose with a twist on its tail, trying to make it simple, that occupies the same receptors as fructose, but do not cause any action. So it blocks the actions of fructose and the absorption of fructose.
Well, here's this. So basic cornstarch is the main source commonly used to starting the material. And the one thing I read is that it basically conversion process to take it down using D-allulose 3 epimerase preferred converting fructose to allulose. That was the last Google search I did. So it's not bad. I mean, it's again
by the way,
one sugar to another.
Dextrose, glucose, fructose, allulose, they are all identical chemical formulas. They just, in the way they are orientated, the carbohydrate hydrogen and oxygen in the molecule is what makes the difference in the actions that they do.
Right. And it's a little less sweet than sucrose, essentially, and it's poorly metabolized, and so it supposedly has a lower caloric value, which means it also doesn't have the same effects on your glucose levels.
Let me warn anyone that wants to use it. It's a lot less sweet.
Yeah, I'm not, again, I personally, I think small amounts of sugar infrequently with more fat is not our problem. It's the constant consumption of sugar that is our biggest culprit. But for those who consider themselves addicted or cannot minimize or moderate, then 0 is probably the right number. Would you agree, doctor?
Yes, it's some. Now I have been doing some experimentation with it. So
all right, what's the experiment?
One of the things I have been doing, I was using it on a regular basis, small amounts. I mean, once a day, if I have the coffee juice, the bean juice from coffee beans. And the thing is, when I went to the week before I went to meat stock, I stopped using it for a few days, and I noticed my blood sugar going up. So when I saw Dr. Boss there, I made a comment to her. I said, "You know what happened when I stopped using it?" And she, before I said anything, she said, "Your sugars went up," because it has a very a weak GLP-1 action. So whether that's good or bad remains to be seen. I think more research is needed. I put the link of that study I was mentioning, and I haven't read the whole thing, but basically oleic acid, which is the main oil, main fat in avocado, it's also in olive oil. In this study, bottom line is it made fats fatter. So I haven't read the whole thing, but animal fat probably better than vegetable sourced oils.
Well, when you think about a plant product, it's extracted from a plant. It doesn't just come with a purified whatever you think it's supposed to be. Right. It comes with lots of other stuff. Just like cane sugar is not pure sugar. It comes with other phytochemicals, plant antigens. And so this may be part of the other culprit. Processed food, basically the only processed food you want is what cows make. Meat, fatty meat. That's the healthiest thing to eat. Maybe a little bit of milk, cream, but maximize the fatty meat. And isn't that what you had yesterday, doctor?
A ribeye steak.
Ribeye steak. We got let's see, Paulette Hasty from Wilmington, North Carolina. Let's see, we got Poland here. We've got Carrie Klein. Alulose gives me diarrhea. Fernando Gomez, Dr. Gomez. Good morning, everyone from Orlando, Florida. Have a blessed day and week. Nicole Gillespie. I started keto in August, carnivore induced December. Best choice I ever made. It has had a great impact on intracranial hypertension. So tell us, put a list down here if you would, any diseases you've completely blown up in your life that have been delisted from your problem list, right? Gone.
By the way, if someone wants to come and talk for a few minutes about their successes, we can put a link.
Yeah, why don't you just put the link there? Why don't you just copy and paste the link in there?
Yes.
Let's go right down the line. Let's go down the line, right? We got questions. We got 13 of them. Start there.
Okay, put in the link in, then we'll do the questions. Make sure it gets in there.
Yeah, just put the link in and go right down the questions.
Okay, good. It's there. It just seems to be taking a second. Oh, we did that one. Okay. John Garza, can you still eat carnivore if you get gallbladder removed due to cancer? Been carnivore line diet for 6 months, was just diagnosed with gallbladder cancer.
Dr. Nelson?
Yes. And there
yes,
are many of us who may have had that on our previous problem list. Cancer is not a reason not to do carnivore. It might actually
be the reason.
Many of the people in this community, you might be actually a good thing for you.
It is, right? I mean,
yes,
carnivore.
I think so.
Yeah, that's what we're here to spread the gospel and the truth that carnivore is the kick-ass truth to who we should all be.
Someone used to have I've had a patient for over 25 years. She's not my patient anymore. But she keeps, in contact with me, and she was just letting me know that even after she had her gallbladder out, she used to eat a good amount of fat, and whenever she was cooking, she would even have a tablespoon of butter just because it tasted good. But then she stopped at her husband's request using much fat, and now she doesn't tolerate it that well. And it's basically you have to you have to get your body used to it again. And you can do it ramping up the amount of fat that you eat, getting your liver used to the butter or other fat that you're consuming, and gradually increase the amount. And your body will get the message. The liver will upregulate the production of bile, because the gallbladder doesn't produce the bile. It's the liver who produces the bile. The gallbladder is just a reservoir, just a temporary reservoir to have it at the ready. So your body will know if you train it to upregulate the bile production, and will produce whatever you need. Most people without a gallbladder are able to tolerate carnivore. Just some of them might have to take it easy on the increase.
Yeah, go a little slower, a little less. That's good. That's good. We got Kerry Klein, ileitis gone on carnivore, BP med stopped, knee and back osteoarthritis improved. Richard Hepburn, Meniere's disease gone. We got all these complicated names of all these diseases, which are all secondary to plant protein, low animal fat diet and eating 3 to 6 meals a day. That's it. Right? All right.
That's right.
Let's do it.
FX Trader asks.
There you go.
We're like fighting. How to get mentally ready for a fast? It seems harder than I thought.
Yeah, well, I start by 1 meal a day. 1 meal, 1 or 2 snacks. I do 1 meal a day. I always master it with the mind game. And we're gonna do a 5 to 7 day fast in July. We might even throw it out to 10 days. Yeah, we got our master faster, Dr. Nelson. And really, it's just a mindset. I'm fasting for the next 10 days. And you just keep saying that. And it's a mind game. This is all mindset game. That's all it is.
If you had tried to fast and you find it difficult, you just mentioned once a day, right? So obviously, if you're eating every day 3 times a day and you'll decide next day go do a fast, your body is going to say, hey, you've been feeding me 3 times a day. Where's the next meal? So work yourself down on the number of meals a day, transition, and then start with fasting. Once you get to once a day, just one day, don't have your meal that day, and almost automatic, you have a 48 hours built-in fast, right?
And the other thing to add to that is do your morning meal and then do the meal the next night. And again, but I always say I enjoy fasting.
That's 36 hours, by the way.
So I enjoy fasting. I am a master at fasting. See, the mission of life is the mind first. The more you think, the more the universe and energy of the universe will create what you talk about, think about. But if I hate fasting, it's hard. Well, you're right. But if it's easy and I enjoy it, and I don't care if you eat 10 meals a day, I enjoy fasting. It's easy. You just write that down every day. I got some Brother Ray's yellow pads just laying around the house. I got a pen. I write these things down. And those are the interesting things. But fasting is radical. Darlene Brubaker. And then join Kiltz Mighty Tribe and come to our Zoom meetings on Monday evenings. Let's talk about it. And we need to get some of our fasting fellows on here. And Raymond Nazon's an expert of it. My fasting trick is Raymond Nazon's trick. It is salt. All right. Darlene says, Brubaker, Brockert, my brother-in-law desperately needs to be on carnivore, and he would, but my sister is afraid to let him because she believes in the blood type diet. And her husband is type A, and so he is to stay away from red meat. How do you counter that research about blood type diet? Dr. Nelson, tell us about blood type diet research.
What was that word you said talking about lean mass responder and all this? You said
BS. BS.
Yeah, that's what Anthony
I think of the blood type diet research. He's type A.
Fortunately, I'm all positive, which is supposed to be meat eaters on the blood type thing. But there's the type of blood you need to be carnivore is red.
Last I looked, we're there. Look, we got 170 here on the live. Let's get to 200. Let's share it with your brothers and sisters around the globe. We really want to shine the light on this carnivore lifestyle, which, look at, if you're having some plants from time to time, that's good time. It's all good. It's all good in life, right? Nice.
Good
morning,
we got some
guests showing up. Morning, Thomas.
Good morning.
All right.
Alia. How you doing?
Good, thank you.
All right. Give us the elevator pitch.
Hello.
All right. What's your
pitch about your story, Thomas?
Carnivore comment for the morning. Simple, quick, and easy.
Keep on going carnivore. Eat that meat. That's basically my message,
Eat the meat. It's all you need to do.
Can't get any simpler than that. Yeah.
Thomas, how long have you been carnivore?
I've been carnivore officially for about almost 6 months now.
And tell us what it's healed for you.
Well, it's healing my diabetes. It's helping with my neuropathy, many things, some stomach issues, and it's just amazing.
Cool.
What kind of, are you still doing the alternate day fasting?
No, I stopped that about a month ago. Yeah.
Okay.
Right now, I just basically eat about like 4 to 6 hours a day, and that's it. About 2 to 3 meals depending on my mood. Whatever my body tells me, that's what I do.
And do you do any exercise?
Yeah. I have actually done a few things. I actually mostly walk around the track about 2 to 3 miles. And I'm able to now walk around. That's actually my achievement. I actually am able to walk around without stopping so much. Before I used to have to stop every 20 feet. Now it's like maybe I stop maybe 2-3 times and that's it. You know, and that's probably more to fix my shoe than it is to really. So.
Walking, weights, and Wagyu and the wonder of life. You just go walking every day, and it does. You know, once you start, it's sort of like, oh, I just done. And I would say, even if you go like at about a mile, a minute, mile an hour, you know, walk. You just barely walk, and then it slowly pick up the pace. It's all you need to do, right?
That's it. And I'm also doing. I did a couple of videos. I did a plank. For like 30 seconds. So I'm actually going to try to keep on doing that, like planking.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Planking. I do 100 push-ups twice a day now, morning and evening. Do my walking 30 minutes up to 1 hour, typically an hour. And always a smile. You know, we walk around with a smile. Yeah. And you know, this is one of the things that I see Dr. Nelson do and Ali do. Yeah, smile or chuckles, laughs, right? We have to laugh at ourselves in life. That's such an important thing for all of us to do. So
yes, but I figure I just let you know, and my sugars are pretty stable. So, you know,
they're much lower than they used to be. Well, you know, this is what so the purpose of insulin is to convert sugars and amino acids in the liver to fat. So if you eat one time a day and you're eating a sugar protein meal, it's going to spike your glucose, amino acids, insulin rises, and its job is to convert those things to fat in the liver, which subsequently lowers your glucose levels, which it's very damaging to our body. So cool. All right.
Now we got Eddie.
Tom, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, Tom. You're the best. Keep sharing.
See you next week, Thomas.
You're an inspiration for all of us.
Tom is gonna be in Boston. We're gonna meet him.
Awesome. Yeah. Nice.
All right. I'll see you later. All right. Bye-bye.
All right. And I've got just one more shout out. Once you bring Edmund on, bring his picture on. Let's see. Nancy Drinenberg, carnivore since January, obliterated lifelong anxiety, depression, brain fog, sleepiness, insomnia, sugar addiction, still struggle with hip and knee pain, and being more active in what looks like liquid bile like stool. It'll heal. Keep on it, Nancy. Little leaner, maybe do more fasting. I love the struggles of life. And Diane Jackson from Jacksonville, Florida, and Matthew Thomas, good morning. And we've got the amazing carnivore dude, Edmund Coleman. Good morning.
Love the shirt, by the way.
Yeah.
Thanks. Good morning.
We're in uniform. Morning, Eddie.
How's it going, everybody?
Awesome and amazing. Absolutely. And I just want to bring out, so the Kiltz Money Tribe team, if you go over to YouTube, you can see the link in the comments, and you can just click on there and come on live with us. Go ahead. Tell us your story, Edmund. Elevator speed.
Well, good morning, everybody. Just coming to you from Columbus, Ohio here. Coming up in August will be my 3-year carniversary. I started carnivore with the intention of helping my cousin get through esophageal cancer. Unfortunately, he passed away the February after I started, and was unable to ever get onto the carnivore lifestyle. But the silver lining has been the changing of my life. I've been able, absolutely. I've been able to overcome a lot of things that I didn't even know I had. I just chalked it up to everyday life and getting older. And now I feel like I'm back in my 20s again, and yet I'm turning 51 this year.
Woo! Nice.
You look so young.
Nice. Well,
I feel so young now.
Ed, are you gonna be in Boston this weekend?
I'm going to be in Boston next weekend. And then following up with that, I'm gonna see Dr. Kiltz in Las Vegas in July.
Yay!
And then we'll be having our own meetup here in Columbus, Ohio in August. Unfortunately, not all of you can come, but I'll see Dr. Nelson there.
Nice. Good. What has been the most so interesting? Just a similar story, because my friend Craig died of esophageal cancer. Dave died of lymphoma. Marianne, my sister, diabetes. My good friend Jim Slottnik died at 28 of glioblastoma. These are the people I talk to every day. They remind me, inspire me to share these concepts and ideas that are radical, amazing. And carnivore eliminates the plant toxins, which are really the cause of 99.9% of our diseases, and the fermenters, the bacteria and viruses that basically wreak havoc in our gut and circulate the havoc systemically in our body. So it's amazing. Cool.
It's been an awesome time. I love this community. It's just great to go around and go to these different meetups and see all the different people healing from just doing stuff natural.
Yeah, it's a simplistic way of living. Dr. Nelson, what do you have for dinner tonight?
I'm still thinking about not having any. I should fast today, because I usually try to fast on Mondays, and then often I don't do it. But I think I'm gonna fast today.
Yeah.
The only thing is, I do have a picanha steak left
Ooh.
on my tray there, and
always delicious.
It's only one, so we'll see if it survives.
Well, I've been semi-dry aging a little bit of ribeye for brother and I tonight. I'm here visiting brother Ray in Irvine for a couple of days, and so I got a couple of just that much ribeye, dry aging. I salt it, put it in the refrigerator, let the air dry it a little bit. It's really good, and but it's kind of, if it's ground meat, it's great. I throw in some liver, amazing. A little salt and butter, I think is helpful for those leaner cuts of meat. I think the fasting personally is just, it's spiritual.
I love fasting. I do it every month. I do a 3-day fast, and then every 6 months I do at least a week to 10 days. And on those week to 10 days, I come out of it like a brand new person.
Yeah, I'm going to do a 7-day. I might push it to 10 days in July. I think fasting is one of the best things we can do. I agree with you. And again, it's everyone can fast. It's built into our nature, because as ancient hunters, we often didn't catch the beast for weeks on end. And so I think it's really fantastic. Well, thank you, carnivorous dude, Edmund Coleman. We appreciate you. And we recommend all of our brothers and sisters co-follow each other. That's what the real important part of this journey is. So as we're going through the comments, just go ahead and go over there and hit subscribe, and because that's how we're going to spread the word, and the word is the way.
Where can we find you at?
You can find me on Instagram at Carnivorous Dude. You can find me on YouTube at Carnivorous Dude. You can just find me on Facebook, Edmund Coleman.
And you can find him at most meetups.
Yeah.
and a lot of people. So I got Diane Jackson in Kiltz Mighty Tribe saying that she's underweight. So this is where fat and raw fatty meat is the best thing to eat. And you've got it. And don't forget, resistance work will help build the muscles for the mission of your life. And that's why walking, even just use your own body. My
body weight.
Body weight, right? And it's really, use a chair. Our good friend, Jack LaLanne, it's all he recommended was use what's in the house already. You don't have to do anything special. Don't have to buy anything special, right? Oh, we got Chris Brandlin from Torrance. Nice.
He just did a $50 super chat. Thank you so much.
Oh, my brother. Awesome. He's a rock star. He's going to be again competing in out there in showing that amazing physique that he's built through carnivore lifestyle and weights. So, and we gotta let's see.
Dr. Ed just mentioned Las Vegas. He's putting the Las Vegas meetup together.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's the date of that?
That is July
20.
July
20th.
It's July 19th.
19th.
It's a Healing Humanity meetup. We're going to be there. So we're celebrating carnivores. Our friend Chris Brandlin he's running for Congress as a carnivore, but we're going to be there to support him and what he's recommending and sharing for all of us. We're making our brothers and sisters around the globe healthy every day. All right.
Chris, you can find me in Las Vegas too. I'll be there.
Yay.
Awesome. Good.
So,
Good.
Chris,
Good.
This is for Chris. This afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 noon Pacific time, we're going to be talking to Christy about school food and school lunches.
Woo-hoo. This is the
channel.
school lunch. This is school lunch.
That would be amazing.
Yeah. All right.
All right. We got DC waiting.
Let's put DC on just put
Take
DC
care, everybody.
All right.
Bye, Eddie.
All right, Eddie, you were the best.
Hello, everyone.
DC, how you doing, man?
Good to see you
Hello,
guys.
DC. And we were not trying to make this a theme, but I know one of the stories that many you have is about cancer. So talk to us a little bit about
cancer. Well, okay. After being stage 4 twice in 2 years, I did 3 years of chemotherapies that pretty much left me paralyzed in bed. I had stage 3 kidney disease, fatty liver disease. I had a tumor the size of a football wrapped around my aorta. I'm now almost 11 years, 10 and a half years now in remission. And just a few months ago, no evidence of disease. So for follicular lymphoma, which is a recurring type of cancer that there's no cure, there's no operation, it's with you for the rest of your life, there's no choice. This is what they tell you anyway. But
lies.
Yeah. Yeah. So here I am. And 13 years after, or 13 and a half years after the original diagnosis. And obviously I had it quite a while before that, but by the time they diagnose you, you've had it for quite some time. Yes.
all righty. So
that's my cancer story, or part of it anyway. But yeah, but I've seen amazing recoveries on this diet. People that I've spoken to that. Like a good friend of mine in Japan, he lives in Yokohama, little Sammy. She had stage 4 colon cancer, and she stopped treatment early. She's been on carnivore. And now she's been going like 4 years since her diagnosis. So it's incredible. It really is. Hello, everyone. Yeah, it's an amazing. I think it's just amazing what the carnivore diet can do for you. And it's really inspired me to do more. you know, like before I was diagnosed, I spent most of my life I was working as a strength and conditioning coach, and now I'm doing more and studying like biochemistry, and I'm also a breath coach now as well. And I love what breath work. It's amazing when the way the body reacts to simple changes in your life. Like adding a natural lifestyle, grounding, sunlight, breathing properly, posture, and the right food. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible how the body reacts. I love those biomechanical sort of the chemistry that goes on in your body when you do these things. It's incredible.
What side effects have you had from grounding, getting more light exposure, and all these things that you just mentioned?
Well, in a measurable difference. There's a measurable difference when I do these things when I don't. I do my blood test every 3 months, and I've gone through periods where I haven't done this stuff, and my platelets, my cell production goes down quite considerably. And so for example, like I have seen as much as, without breath work, I've seen my platelet count drop as much as 30 points. Without grounding, I've seen it drop around 10 to 20 points, and things like that. So I mean, when you go out in the sun, you're stimulating the nitric oxide in your body to be released as well, because through the skin you start producing nitric oxide as well. If you have if you breathe through the nose and you use things like humming because that's where you actually produce most of your nitric oxide, in the nasal passages, right? So if you use a vibrating breathing technique, you can actually stimulate it like 15 times more than normal breathing. So things like this it's incredible. And even changing your posture, breathing properly through the nose and through the diaphragmatic breathing, makes a big difference. A huge difference. Like 80% of the air that you breathe in is drawn in by the diaphragm. If you have poor posture, you're slouching, and you're compressing on the diaphragm, you're not getting that air in. So that makes a big difference to how you lose weight as well. When you lose fat, you actually breathe that fat out with the CO2 that you're expelling as well. So if you're not breathing properly, that's going to slow down your fat loss, right? So there's all kinds of things that happen when you do these things. It's incredible. This breath work, there's actually almost 30 different techniques I use for breathing. And there's, you can use activation breath work or calming breath work, because sometimes you want to activate your parasympathetic nervous system, sometimes you want to activate your sympathetic nervous system. All right, so it's also very good. This is another great thing about the carnivore diet, is that it is basically a cortisol lower, like it's an inflammation lowering sort of diet, and it also lowers cortisol, right? But so does breathing. When you are in a parasympathetic sort of nervous state, your body goes into digest and rest mode, which is when you start your recovery. All right, so like if you've done a workout, and then afterwards, if you do like a calming breath session, like box breathing, like Navy SEALs use box breathing for tense situations and things like that, to keep themselves calm and to activate that parasympathetic nervous system, and the vagus nerve. Okay. And that puts them into that rest and digest sort of calm, clear thought sort of process as well. So there are a number of things that you can do that really speed things along. It's incredible. A natural lifestyle. And breathing techniques have gone back for thousands and thousands of years, like shamanic breathing, and every culture around the world has had a traditional breathing method to try and like biochemistry, basically what they are doing is altering the level, like the ratio of CO2 to oxygen, right? And that puts them in an altered state of mind. But they've used it for all different reasons. Like the Chinese have used it, well, they use it for what they say is like translation is like to circulate the blood. The qi is the blood because that's the life force sort of thing. So it's incredible stuff, really, absolutely amazing. But you couldn't. I mean, I couldn't do any of this without the carnivore diet, just eating meat and going back to getting rid of everything else. It's just it's changed my life. It's absolutely changed my life. I've gone from like barely 3 months to live with a 2% chance to do that to that was what 13 and a half years ago now. So it feels great.
Where can we find you, DC?
You can find me at DC Rebuilding on YouTube. I'm on Facebook, Twitter or X, and Instagram. And I'm also on Rumble. And I also have a Substack that I do write some articles related to breathwork and carnivore diet and things like that as well. And I also have a Patreon page where I do the same as well.
Lots of good information. Find him and subscribe.
You can also get these carnivore t-shirts.
Nice. Yeah, the breath work I find is one of the most important parts of this. Meditation, prayer, visualization, and breath work. I mean, it's probably one of the most ancient forms of healing. And in sharing that, I think is real important, DC. So we appreciate you, because even if you're not in the carnivore eating mindset, there's so many things you can heal from in that work. But the carnivore just really takes it to another level, I believe. I started about 20 years ago with mindfulness, yoga, meditation, prayer, breath work, and that helped. But then carnivore, it just took us to a new level.
Oh, absolutely. I did a video on this a couple of weeks back, and it's based on it's all about longevity. The longevity that you get from, not so much, it might not expand your life, but it will certainly expand your health life. But the combination of breathwork and carnivore diet is absolutely game changer. It's incredible, and not just for people who are coming from like a illness background, people who are sick and so on, getting healthy, but for anyone. I think for athletes, it absolutely take them to the next level.
Tell me how important it is to share your story. What is just getting out there and sharing your story also done for your health?
Well, I don't know. That's been kind of stressful sometimes. It gets a bit stressful when people are just they don't appreciate the fact that all I'm really doing is just telling how I've healed my from where I was to where I am, and but at the end of the day, I think it's a wonderful thing to do, because people can see, no matter how far gone you are, there is a way back. I've literally been dead. I've been dead for almost minutes. Okay.
Wow.
During the last part of my chemotherapy year, I did 3 years solid of this stuff. I did a stem cell transplant that was particularly heavy dose. I had an infection in the Hickman line, and my heart stopped. I stopped breathing. Everything. I was gone, and I was a mess afterwards for years. So literally, I've been there, and it took me years to start walking and talking and thinking again. It's like, radiation and chemotherapy, it cooks your brain, and small things like trying to coordinate and hold a cup and things like that. that was difficult. And so if just think, if I can come back from there, like anyone else, I'm not one special. I'm just another person. It's just, if I can do it, anyone can do it. If you can be, I mean, I know it's really difficult and it's depressing when you're sick and you're I don't know, whatever your condition is, and you're stuck at home, and that doesn't mean that you have to stay there. That doesn't mean that that's as good as it gets. And I know, like, doctors have been telling me this is as good as it gets, for years. All right. When I was first diagnosed, and they said, if you can get through remission, that would be as good as it gets. That it's never going to get any better. It's only going to get worse from here. And if you're already stage 4 and they're telling you it's only going to get worse from here, like, what kind of hope do you have? So, but it's not right. It's not true. There are ways back, and you can beat the odds. You really can. You just gotta. I mean, I made a lot of mistakes along the way.
Do you have any spiritual practices?
I do. Oh, well, I think breathing, breath work is quite spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you're doing some of the more shamanic sort of style breathing, and you get to that altered state, and it's also it's also a time where I also do affirmations for that as well, in that altered state of breathing. I love God. I know I'm here for a reason, because otherwise I wouldn't be here. There's so many times I almost didn't make it, but I've listened to so many different and read so many books, like there's just I don't know, it's like, I don't know, it's very emotional for me, because I think I feel like I'm very lucky. A lot of people look at my story and they think, wow, that's I don't know, how can you live through so much bad luck and all this kind of stuff? But I don't think so. I don't think of it like that. I think I'm very lucky. I'm still here, and I've come back, and God has really helped me to rebuild my health, and I feel like like breath work is it helps me to get closer to that appreciation, and I always write down things, like 3 things that I'm thankful for each day at before I sleep, because it makes me feel better about the day I've just had. I have affirmations in the morning the first thing I say when I wake up, the first thing I do is I tell myself, okay, have a day that means something. Okay. And it doesn't have to mean something to everyone around me. It just needs to mean something to me. It needs to be, I need to make some form of progress, and that to me is quite spiritual as well. So it's more than just about motivation. It's about being grateful and being thankful for the time that we have, I'm not saying I'm going to live forever, but, I've done pretty well so far, and I
follow
appreciate
him. Find him, any of his platforms, and thank you, DC.
DC, one quick
next week.
Sorry?
DC, one other question.
Yeah.
So, do you believe in God?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean,
would
you through most of these years, like, it was really depressing. When I was first diagnosed, I was living in Japan at the time. So when I was diagnosed and I was in Australia, I lost everything I had. I built everything in Japan, which was kind of rough because we just survived a 9.1 earthquake. But then we lost everything because of cancer. And so I literally had like a backpack full of clothes. That was all I had to my name after that. And So I had years of depression as well. It wasn't just that it was going through this chemo. It's like I was losing so much stuff as well, everything I'd worked for. But it was people like, Neville Goddard and Joseph Murphy and people like that I found. Like I found their books and I found their, even on YouTube, I found some of their presentations and things like that. It really got me through a lot of tough times, and so that was,
I think faith is first.
I think so too. I think whether you have faith in God or faith in yourself, I think faith is important for everyone. So, whether you believe in God or not, it doesn't really matter. I think God believes in us, and if you can have faith in yourself at least, then I just believe everything's going to work out. And I've been through some tough times, and we still do. Still do have some tough times, but I think it's going to work out.
Well, I don't believe in God, but I believe myself, aka you believe in God, because they're one and the same.
I believe so too.
There's nothing separate. Nothing separate. That's what you're saying. Your challenges are gifts that will bring you greater understanding and deeper happiness than you could now imagine. I've been reading Infinite Possibilities also by Mike Dooley, another great book from The Secret, which is basically the secret is faith and belief in God. And Chantel Irish says God is a plan for all of us.
So I that's one thing I really love about biochemistry too, is biochemistry proves that we are connected to everything and to each other. Like, even if you're on the other side of the world, we are connected to the earth, and you are connected to the earth on the other side. That connection is always there.
It's an electrical.
That's right. The air between us, the whole universe. We are always connected.
Well, the air, like this idea, there's no such thing as nothing. Nothing doesn't exist. No, because existence is created in the mind, and every thought you think creates the truth we live. And that's the magic of meditation, prayer, breath work, and just focus on how, there's a way to all of this.
Yeah.
I love it.
I like to have reminders too. Like I carry this. This is on my wrist at all times. It's that it doesn't really mean a whole lot but it's just, to me, it's just a reminder. If I have like it's something, like it could be anything. If you're driving in traffic and some idiot cuts you off and you just want to, beep the horn and say, "I'll just look at that," and I'll just, it's all good. It's all good. So don't worry about it.
There was let's see. I just want to touch here real quick, because stress and anxiety it's the fuel. Stress and anxiety are the fuel for the process. To me,
that's it.
And if you have to look at all things in your life as fuel to get right back to breath work, meditation, prayer, the three things you're joyful, you're grateful for every day, even the suffering and the struggles, we have to find joy and happiness in all of that.
I agree. If you're not stressed, then you're dead.
Yeah.
People today are literally stressed about avoiding stress because of cortisol. But honestly, like, cortisol has a number of benefits in the system as well. Like, it's your wake up hormone. It stimulates alertness and it also helps you process memory. So, cortisol is not the bad thing. It's chronically elevated cortisol is the problem, and anxiety. So breath work is the way to control that, though.
And that's really, I think, all you need to do is go right to the breath, no matter what it is, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Like, simple exercise you can do. Just, if you are feeling anxious or stressed at the moment, is simply make sure that you have a good straight posture, so you have a good diaphragm and like opening the chest up. Just breathe in through the nose for a count of 4 seconds. Just nice and slow. Just hold it for 4 seconds. Then relax through the nose for 4 seconds. And then hold for 4 seconds. That's called box breathing. So you go in for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, out for 4 seconds, and then hold for 4 seconds. So you make a box, right? That's called box breathing. Now, when you do it, it can be sitting in the chair, it can be sitting on the floor, it can be lying down, okay? Just nice and easy, straight posture, open up the chest. Don't breathe into the chest. Breathe into like the stomach, like feel the bottom of the chest, the diaphragm, where the bottom of the ribs are. Feel that expand. So like put your hand on your chest and your hand just above your navel, okay? And feel that expand out. And it should expand in a 360 degrees, not out and in at 360 degrees. That's your diaphragm expanding. Okay. And just try that for just 3 minutes, and I guarantee you relax.
Simple, easy. Well, I'm here with Brother Ray sharing the morning with me. And Brother Ray is in Southern California. He's always up at 3 a.m., even earlier, to make the, he was with the 5, now he's with the 6 a.m. live, and always taught me the mind is the master, meditation, breathing work, and just get moving.
All the battles are always won in the general's tent. Getting up early, you're beating 99% of the population that you meet every day.
Exactly. Mindset.
Basically. Alicia?
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. Nice to meet you.
Well, it's great. You know what? I hear you, but I don't necessarily see you on my end of the podcast. But it's a pleasure.
Okay.
You're very chipper, and I really like your style.
And, thank you.
Both of you, and you're both very kind and gracious to my brother, and I appreciate that. So,
he's the best.
And Dr.
Nelson, a pleasure, definitely, yes.
And DC, where do you live in this world?
I'm in I'm in countryside Queensland, Australia.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, near the Sunshine Coast.
Oh, great.
Beautiful.
All right.
We got
to do the giveaway.
Do the giveaway. Thanks, DC, for being here. You're the best.
Thank you, DC.
DC will be back next week. On the 25th. We get him for a whole hour.
Nice.
25th. Yeah.
And if anyone else wants to be part of our lives, please, Ollie at drkiltz.com. Send your message, send your story. We want to collect the stories, and then you collect stories and they collect stories, and it's infinite growth. Appreciate you so much. And tonight, 5:30 p.m. Eastern time is our Kiltz Mighty Tribe Zoom Live. It's everyone in any, it's all for free. And bring your questions real important.
Can I say something?
1 second.
Yes.
Can I just get to that question there? Brian's got a question.
I literally lost
Dr. Nelson, it was a pleasure. You know, I've heard the voices, and now I get to meet the personalities behind it. And you guys are awesome. So
awesome.
My pleasure.
3 p.m. on this channel, 3 p.m. on this channel, 5:30 in the Zoom, the Kiltz Mighty Tribe today.
But they can get a link. They can get a link.
Just answer a question there. There's a question there. Do you mind if I answer?
Oh yeah, go ahead. What's the question, DC?
Okay, Brian's got the question there. It says, DC, isn't box breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth? Okay, you can do out through the mouth. That's fine. But the benefits of breathing out through the nose is that you release more nitric oxide. So preferred to do it in through the nose and out through the nose, and you'll produce more nitric oxide, which is a vasodilator, and is also great for the brain and for the rest of the body. It's an incredible molecule that actually acts like a hormone. So, you can do it either way. That's fine, but you're going to produce more nitric oxide that way. Okay.
All right, good. We'll get more of that on when are you on with us, Alia? When's DC on?
Next week.
Next week, June 25th. Yeah, it's Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday your time also.
So bring cues for DC, and we'll have them live sharing for the whole hour. So cool. All right, let's hit it. Let's just hit it, Alia. Just do it.
Go. Who's winning today? Rhea Hawkins. Congratulations. Please email me, alia@drkiltz.com for your t-shirt.
All right, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Brother Ray, for allowing me to hang out at the pad in Irvine. I love you all. Have a great one. See you tonight.
Bye, Dr. Kiltz.
Always positive, loving, kind, generous to all, and most of all, in the mirror, say, I love you.
Kindness, graciousness, generosity.
Everyone. Thank you.
All right, bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.